Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Serge. So let's talk about a really important topic, which is weight loss. Two-thirds of the Americans suffer or deal with weight issues, obesity, being overweight, insulin resistant, fatty liver, heart disease. All those connections are connected to weight problems. And there's so many different things out there. It's confusing. But this is an article that came up from Harvard, actually. So this is really interesting because Harvard typically have been pro-veganism, pro-low carb, high fiber, low fat, low protein, and high carbs. But this paper that just came out shows that low carb and high fat diet helps obese older adults. And this is the actual paper that got published from a team, like I said, from Harvard. So they are starting to realize that the low fat, high carb diet was really misleading, confusing, and it didn't end up having the results that they expected. Because the last 40, 50 years, we've been doing high carb, low fat, low protein, and see what happened over the last few decades. More cancer, more obesity, more what problem, more heart problem, more fatty liver, more chronic issues, and so on. So this paper, interestingly, is a randomized clinical trial, meaning that they randomize people or obese people on the diet, without the diet, and see what happened. So really interesting. This is one of the few actually that do randomized clinical trials, meaning they do the experiment with real life people, which is the ultimate test in science, is to take people like us, put them on different diet and see what happens in a couple of weeks, couple of months. In this case, it was 8 weeks. So they put people on a really low carb diet. 10% of the calories were from carbs, 65% were from fat, and then 25% was from protein. So this is pretty good when it comes to the macros, the ratios. We can clearly say that this is a low carb diet, because most of the other studies are more in the 30, 40% carbs. This is really a real low carb diet. And what they saw over the course of 8 weeks is people on the low-fat diet were losing weight more, actually. The cholesterol numbers went down, insulin resistance went away. So all those different markers from blood profile improved on a low-carb, high-fat diet. This is really interesting, right? Because, like I said, Harvard have been promoting a high carb diet, and now they are slowly changing, catching up to the science. I mean, I have known, and other doctors in the field have known, that the low carb diet is the way to go. When we do that, it helps your body to switch from a carb to a fat burning metabolism. So the first step, of course, for weight loss is to figure out how low you need to go on your carbs. It can be 10%. I've had people who was 15%. I've had patients who were 5% carbs and 70, 85% fat. So everybody is a little bit different on this diet. So we need to figure out exactly where you stand. But definitely a low carb diet is the way to go to help with insulin resistance and switch, like I said, from a sugar to a ketone burning state. And then if you do a low carb diet, and nothing is working. I have patients sometimes they claim they've done the keto, low carb, carnivore diet, all those different things, and they still cannot lose weight. But sometimes they gain weight. So the reason of it is there's other hormonal component to it. Like most of the time, it's an adrenal fatigue going on. Okay, the adrenals are not able to regulate the metabolism. They are not able to regulate what to use as a source of fuel. For example, it can lead to insulin resistance. And then no matter what we do, what you eat, your body is resistant to insulin. So meaning that your body cannot get the fuel into the cells. And that can really lead to really stubborn weight issues. So these are the few things to do. Look at your diet to figure out where you stand on your spectrum. And then figure out if there's any other component. So most of the time it's adrenal fatigue. Sometimes there's a thyroid component. Sometimes there's a toxin component. The detox pathways are not open to detox, and it's impossible to lose weight. Sometimes there's deficiencies going on, vitamins, minerals, so on. So it's really important if you suffer from stubborn weight issues to work with a functional medicine doctor like myself, and they can really figure out, pinpoint what's going on with your metabolism so you can start losing weight. I mean, I remember I had this patient. She had a lot of issues and she came to me to lose about 50, 60 pounds. And it took us quite some time to figure out what was going on. She had a heart attack before. She was put on statin medication, high blood pressure. She had a stent put in. So when she came in, there was some heart concern going on. There was some fatty liver going on, and then the adrenals were stressed, the thyroid was stressed. But it took us some time to really get the heart working better, the thyroid better, the fatty liver to go away, to restore the adrenal function. And then when we did all that, when we put all the pieces together and improve the overall health of the body, the weight just started to melt away. And in a matter of a few months, she lost 50 pounds. So there's always a reason why people cannot lose the weight. And our goal with functional medicine is to figure out what's going on into your body so we can bring your body back to a normal, balanced state. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any question, please let me know. You can write a comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and God bless.